In this video, I want to show how Zaption can be used to kind of make a choose your own adventure type video for your students, one where the student can kind of choose where they go in the video and kind of jump throughout the video based on their individual needs. As well, I'll show you how to make a table of contents for easier navigation through a Zaption tour. So to do this, I'm really going to be focusing on the replay option, the jump option, and also with the multiple choice option, you can give feedback to students that actually jumps them to a certain place in the video. So I'm going to start with actually this multiple choice option to create kind of a table of contents in my video. As you can see in this tour here, I have 3 different video clips. And so I might have a table of contents that's for this quick time video, one that's for this screencast-o-matic video, and one that's for this edu-creations video. So let me go ahead and do that to begin. So again, I'm just going to make a table of contents as my question, and for the choices, I'll put each of the sections. So I started with QuickTime. The next one is Screencast-O-Matic. And finally, edu-creations. So what I do to make this table of contents experience is I click on the plus sign and I use the jump to feature. And then when user selects jump to, and then I just want to move slightly ahead in my tour so that the video continues playing and doesn't get stuck in that point, and press mark destination, and then I just press done, and then I go back to the question and go to the next one and jump to this second video and the very beginning of the second video. So I just mark destination and I press done. Let me go back now to the original question. The third one, you see I haven't done that one yet. Jump to, and I want to go to the beginning of this third video here. So I just mark destination and I press done. So now basically if I were to publish this tour and I look at it, you'll see that I get my table of contents, and if I choose edu-creations, for example, that's the only one that I want to view, it jumps me right to that video or that part of the video that I had requested. So what we really just did was we used the jump feature, but we gave the viewer control over where they were jumping and what part of the video they were jumping to. So right here, this is the jump feature. It jumps from this part of the video to this part of the video. That would be a way, for instance, to cut out the middle part of a video when the student is watching it without actually trimming the clip. So when I talk about creating this choose your own adventure style learning experience for your student, what I'm thinking about is, for instance, you give a bunch of examples in your video. Example 1, example 2, example 3. And say, for example, example 1, 2, and 3 are all the same type of concept. So one of your students might watch example 1, totally get the concept and not need 2 more examples of that same type. Another of your students might need to see all 3 examples. And so using the jump feature in Zaption, you could actually allow the student to choose how many examples they need to see. So in what I was just saying, if I go to the beginning of example 2, before I start that example, I could put a multiple choice question in there and say, do you need to view another example of this type of question? And so it can be, yes, I need another example, or no, I'm ready to move on. And so if they say, yes, I need another example, then we don't need to do anything. So you don't need to give any feedback. You don't need to do anything. But if they say, no, I'm ready to move on, then you would jump them to another part of the video. So say they were ready to go on to example 4. So I can just put it at the beginning of example 4, mark destination, and then I'm done. So again, the viewer here says either yes, I need another example, which just continues playing the video. If they choose no, then it would jump them to the next concept in your video. Another feature that's really nice is this replay feature. So one way that I use this is to allow the student to determine whether or not they're ready for a certain quiz question, and if they feel that they're not, then they can replay the section. So for example, right here, I can add a replay. And I can say the next question will be a quiz on finding the value of C. Do you need to replay this example before viewing the quiz? And then you go to element settings to say how long you want that replay to work. So I need to figure out how long I was showing this example. So it's about for a minute that I was explaining this. So I'm going to say 60 seconds, and that I want to pause the video at the end of that replay period. So, well, it looks like that wasn't quite long enough, so I can just extend that and adjust as needed, of course. And so right at the end of this playing, I just will go ahead and put a quiz on top of it. And I can say, please do the following question, and type it in there. So I just put that straight on top of there. So let me show you what that looks like. So right here, I let the viewer choose if they need to see another example or not, and I'm going to say no. So you can see that I jump all the way to this example. And then this whole duration for this replay, you can see that the student gets to view what they need to be looking for, so that can be helpful text also. And so I can say replay, and you can see that it replays that 90-second clip that I had asked for. Let me get to it again. This time I don't need to replay it, I understand, so I can just press continue, and you can see that my multiple choice question comes up for me automatically there. So I hope this gave you some ideas for how to create a more customized learning tour for your student where they can really choose where they need to go in the video.